This is the very new Mana Sand Safari Camp. It's in Mana Pools. It's in a private concession, and if you know Mana Pools, it's right across on the western side of the park, next to the Rukomachi concession. So it's right on the boundary of the park, but it is inside the national park. It's a brand new camp. It's a very small private concession area, so most of the game viewing happens around here, but also down onto the main floodplain of Mana Pools, which is a reasonable drive away, but it is quite doable. And then during the time, when you get towards September, October, most of your game viewing would happen down that side. There are 6 tents here. One of them is a family unit, and the rest of them are all very much the same, and I'll show you that later, what one of those rooms looks like. So what I'm going to do is just take you through the dining area. This camp is very new, so everything is bright and shiny, and all the zips work and all that type of stuff, but a very nice camp, and very well laid out. So I'm just going to take you through the dining area now. So all on wooden decks, and it's all tented, and your view is out over the floodplain here. So I'm just going to take you through that. So on the one side over here we've got a lounge area, which you can relax in during the heat of the day, or at dinner, pre-drinks. And then we come back over to this side here, and you've got all separate dining tables outside. Now in this place you could, if you met up with other guests that you wanted to have dinner with, that's all possible, or if you want to keep by yourself, they're very happy to do separate dining. So no fixed agenda here of communal or separate dining. This is the fire pit, always a safari classic to enjoy your early morning or when you get back from a game drive. And there's your view down over the floodplain, and the Zambezi River is on the horizon there. Then we come back through here. This is again more of the deck, which is out in the front here. And then I'm going to take you down the stairs here to get you down to a little bit more ground level. And you'll see a beautiful big tamarind tree, which is up there, and then you've got the little pool. Bear in mind that each of the rooms, which you'll see later, has got its own private plunge pool, but there is a slightly larger pool that you can enjoy. And I'm little doubt that as time goes on, the elephants will learn how to drink from this, as they do in many safari camps. And so you could always have that experience of sitting here with a cold drink and the elephants drinking out of the swimming pool. Your sun lounges and a little table if you wanted lunch out here, even dinner down here is no problem. And then you've got these series of natural pools, which are all part of the Zambezi system, these little backwaters of the Zambezi where the animals come and drink. And you can see out there there's zebras and impalas all running around. So there's always wildlife in view pretty much any time that you came here, and a great place to spend the day with the heat of the day down here. So I'm just going to take you back up now into the dining area, or the other side of the dining area. And you can see there's Gabby, the manageress, looking after me nicely. And so here's more of the dining area, the other side of what you saw earlier. And your dining room tables and coffee station and cold water, and a whole selection of things to make your day go a bit better, with beers and gins and whiskies and so on. So that's Mana Sands. Yeah, very, very new camp here in Mana Pools, and one worth considering. these are the rooms at Mana Sands Safari Camp. They're very large rooms, very modern, because the camp has just really opened, but it's got all the facilities that the modern guest looks for, especially when looking for your more luxury type camps, which this one is. It is in its own private concession area, so you've got this wonderful view. I'm just going to take you through that. This is a view from the deck from one of the rooms here, and you can see you've got your view right out over this floodplain type area, and in the distance is the Zambezi River, and then the edge of the Rift Valley, or the Zambezi escarpment, is there as well. So a really pretty view, and I would imagine that on a nice full moon night you sit here quietly on your deck with a cold drink and you will see some action happening out here, really adding to your whole safari experience here. So, but yeah, anytime during the day, as you can see, we've got some elephants plucking through some grass there, some baboons and some guinea fowl and impala and so on. So there's always wildlife in view here, even when you're not out on a game drive in the bush. So let me just take you through the actual room now. So you've got this large deck that you can see out the front, and each deck has got its own little private plunge pool, which will be very welcome in the hotter times of the year. So from September onwards really is when the temperature starts to ramp up here, and having your own private little plunge pool will be very much a welcome relief to make your stay more comfortable. You'll see that the tent itself is very, very big, and although these camps are claimed that they tented, you really don't feel that you're in a tent when you're inside here in the traditional sense of the word. You've got these big aluminium sliding doors that you can see here, and glass fronted, and then on the sides you've got gauze panels, which have got canvas flaps on them, so they can drop those down at night time, or you can leave them up if you want to see what walking around the room during the course of the night. So I'll just start on the side here. You've got a little drinks cabinet that you could ask for whatever kind of drinks you would like in your room. That can go there. You've got a working table here with all your charging facilities on the side there, and a radio if you need to contact the management, if you need to be collected, like at night time they'll escort you backwards and forwards from your room. So you've got a radio there that you can be in comms should you have any problems. And for those hotter times of the year, you can see there is an air conditioning unit, which will be very welcome for many people. And then you've got this curtain that will go around your bed, and that will allow the cold air to be trapped inside just over the bed area. So it doesn't air condition the entire room, just really your bed area. And then you've got large king size beds which can be separated to make it a twin, or as in this case a king size bed. Side lights, and it's all 24-hour power, so all very, very comfortable. Nice big bath if you like having a bath, and then on the side here we've got your storage area, a little safe to lock up your valuables if you feel that's necessary, and lots of storage space for all your kit, your shoes and jackets and things. Please excuse all of my kit there. And then you've got a shower. You've got a his and hers shower if you like. So and a very nice wood panelled setup there. And then on the side here you've got your basins, again a double basin, and then of course the important flush and plumbed in loo facility here, all very nice. And if you would like, you can also step outside and you have an outside shower there as well, all private, but you can have a shower outside and watch the wildlife outside, or the moonlight, or whatever you prefer outside. So all very nice, and very, very spacious, and I think anybody would feel very, very comfortable here for a few days on safari in Mana Pools.